Good morning, guys. Today's Wednesday, May 27th, and we are going to work on writing friendly letters again. In the last story with Dear Mr. Winston, we learned how to write a friendly letter. We practiced identifying the parts, and then we wrote a letter to Kara as if we were Mr. Winston. And today we're going to write a letter to Jose in Jose Born to Dance. Okay, so we're going to review the parts. We'll practice dragging the parts and identifying them, and then you guys will write a friendly letter at the end. So the objective is I can write a letter from Jose Limon by including the 5 parts of a friendly letter. What are the 5 parts? Well, we start with the heading, which is the date. Then we have our greeting, which is usually the greeting is to whom it may concern, or, dear so-and-so, right? So if I was writing a letter to you, I might say, dear Sarah, or if you were writing a letter to me, you would say, dear Mrs. DiMiola. Then we have our body. That's the message that we want to send to our friend that we're writing a letter to. We have our closing. Our closing is usually written as your friend, or it might say sincerely or best regards. And then you have your signature, which is your actual name. All right, so let's go through that. So on the right-hand side in the corner, we have our date, which is our heading. On the left-hand side underneath that, we have our greeting, which is where we write the word dear, dear so-and-so. Then in the middle, we have our body. Then we have our closing right under the body and our signature. All right, so let's check out the video.
Hello, awesome students of 204 and 206. How do you write a friendly letter? When you write a friendly letter, you need to include a heading, greeting, body, closing, and your signature. What is a heading? The heading is the date you write your letter on. It goes at the top right-hand corner of your paper. Never fear, I come between the day and the year. Don't forget, dun-da-da, comma man. What is a greeting? The greeting of your letter should line up on the left side of your paper on the line right after the heading. It always starts with dear and ends with dun-da-da, comma man. What is the body? The body of a letter includes all the information you want to write about. You can make statements, ask questions, and answer pen pals questions. How do you write a closing? The closing goes after the body on the right side of your letter, just like the date at the top for your heading. It always starts with a capital letter and ends with dun-da-da, comma man. Last but not least, you need your signature. Your signature goes directly below your closing on the right side of your page. It is the last thing you write in your friendly letter. Way to go! I can't wait to read all your awesome letters.
All right, so that is a quick video on how to write a letter. And we are going to now move along, and we are going to, it says drag and drop the arrows to the correct place to label the 5 parts. So I'm just going to escape out of this so I can control the arrows. So the first arrow I have is closing, and I know that in the closing, well, just like the word itself, it says close. It means to shut or end. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the closing is down here because it goes right after what I want to say. And what I want to say is called the body. Now, the greeting is where I want to start, and I want to say hello. My heading is the date, so I know when I wrote the letter. And then at the very bottom, I need to sign it with my name. All right, so now you guys are going to go ahead and you're going to write a letter to Jose. It says, it took Jose a long time to figure out how to use his talents. What advice might he give to a young artist, right? So you're going to pretend you're Jose and you're going to write a letter of advice to somebody, okay? So don't forget to include the date, today's date, since it's today's assignment. You're going to click your greeting. You can pretend to write it to anybody that you want, okay? Think of somebody who might be an artist that you know, and you can address it to that person. Or you can just write, Dear Young Artist, since you're not sure who the young artist might be. Then in the red box, you're going to click and type your body. Now, I am going to tell you that you need to write 5 to 8 sentences. Okay? In the body. 5 to 8 sentences in the body. Okay? You can erase that when you start typing. But you need 5 to 8 sentences in here. Then at the bottom, you're going to put your closing, and I've gone ahead and I've put the name for you for your signature. When you're done, you're going to click Turn In, and that is your assignment for today. If you have any questions, please post it on the Writing Teams board, and have a wonderful Wednesday.